TRiO is something that every year, usually in February across the country, and James Front always celebrates it in March, we celebrate what we call TRiO Day. We want everybody to know what TRiO is. We're a federally funded program that comes out of the Department of Education, U.S. Department of Education. And we're a grant. And the Student Support Services Program at James Front has been here since 1990. And we are really fortunate that we've been continually serving our students at James Front since 1990. So that's what, 23 years now? And we're currently in the third year of our 5th-year grant cycle. And we hope to continue serving for at least 23 more years after this. And, but you guys are who it's all about. And that's why we're here to celebrate you, celebrate the accomplishments. We got several individuals up here on stage today that are going to just tell a little bit about their life story. And they're going to tell about how James Front has played a part in that, and how Student Support Services has played a part within James Front among that as well. And we hope that a lot of you guys, I look across the audience here, are first-year James Front students, and we hope to maybe have you up here soon in the coming years to tell your story as well. So anyway, we're really excited and really pleased to have everybody here today. And we got several people that will be coming in later on. Dr. Rouse is in the middle of a President's Council meeting this morning, and he plans to be here along with several other President Council members. So they will be coming in shortly, and we'll let them speak at that time as well. And then also later on, I will tell a little bit about the story about TRiO. But we understand also that some of you may have class. You may have to leave early to go to class. We understand that completely. You're welcome to get up and go as class comes. And there'll be others who will be trickling in as time goes on as well, because we know that they're in class till 11:45, 12 o'clock, what have you, and they'll be trickling in. So we're going to be going back and forth, but we do invite everybody to stick around till after the program. We do have a nice catered meal waiting for you over there. So time to celebrate and enjoy. Just a couple of announcements while we got everybody here. You know that this week is mid-semester conferences. I hope everybody's got an email about that. I hope some of you have already showed up for your mid-semester appointments. And if you haven't, everybody is asked to come to a mid-semester appointment. What that is an opportunity to meet with your advisors. We have contacted your instructors. We have found out what types of grades you're making in your classes right now. And we try to just keep you on tabs with that. And also at the same time, even though the fall semester schedules have not come out yet, we look at it as an opportunity to sit down and help you plan out your schedules for next fall. And perhaps this summer if you plan on going this summer. And we do ask that you, once the schedules do come out, to come back, and at that time we can help you with that, help you plan out your schedules. Because the most important thing is that we want you to graduate, and we want to graduate you in a timely manner. We know that we love having you out here at James Front, and we know that you love being at James Front, but we don't want you to be out here forever either. And we want you to graduate, and we want you to hopefully go on and transfer. If that's part of your goals, to go on and transfer to a 4-year college. And we really encourage you to do that so you can get that bachelor's degree. And then you come back and work with us. We see you a lot after that point. You become employed at James Front. So, or where have you, whatever your chosen career field is. So we do have that going on. Next week, we have our cultural trip. Those of you who haven't signed up for it already, we got just a few more slots remaining. So we have, I think, on the email I sent, you have till tomorrow to sign up for it. So we're going to Greensburg next Tuesday, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to visit a couple of colleges. We're going to have go to the Civil Rights Museum. We'll also be having some costume interpreters that will come on the bus and do some interpretations of various activities, historical events that took place in Greensburg. So that takes place starting next week, or next Tuesday, leave bright and early. So anybody who hasn't signed up, that's interested in signing up, please do so. And at that time, we will, you will come Thursday. We'll let you know. We'll send you an email, let you know if you've got approved to go on that trip. Okay. At this time, I would like to recognize a couple of our special guests who've just come in, and we are honored to have them with us. This is Ms. Carol Warren and Ms. Brenda Feeden from Johnston Community College. They're with the Student Support Services Program at Johnston Community College. And this is also an appropriate time for us to, you notice down at the bottom of your program, we have dedicated this service in the memory of Vice President Toney Bond. I think everybody knows that he passed away on February 22nd. We have always had a tight relationship with Johnston Community College. Mr. Bond, for those of you that didn't know, was the former Student Support Services Director at Johnston Community College before he came to James Sprung. And so even before he came to James Sprung, we already have a special bond with him, and it's only grown since then. And both Ms. Carol Warren and Ms. Brenda Feeden worked with Mr. Bond there. So we're dedicating this service in memory of him. And we had the memorial service yesterday, and we're really honored that Ms. Carol was able to come back again today to join us. So we know that the schedules are very busy, but we're honored that you're able to come back for that. And I'll give some more announcements later on, but at this time, let's take just a moment of silence to remember Vice President Toney Bond. Thank you. Vice President Bond would have definitely been here today. He loved TRiO and he loved Student Support Services, and he loved our students as a whole, as we know. So, at this time, I'm going to call upon Ms. Mary Bell if she would come forward and introduce our TRiO staff that's with us today.
Good morning. Good morning. I stand before you to introduce the student support staff, the upward bound staff, and the talent search staff. First and foremost, it gives me great pleasure to stand before you to introduce these great staff whom I got to know since I've been at James Sprung. They are wonderful people. Yes. Okay, first, the student support staff, Brian Jones, Deborah Hill, Pamela Morgan, Nafasa Rikaki, Melvin Felton Jr., Gary Owens, okay, now we have the upward bound, Princess Rain, Lee Williams, Marsha McCoy, and she's not here. Okay, on the talent search we have Rosina Bivens, Felita Carr, she's not here. Candace Faison, she's not here. And Patricia Hunter. Okay, and that's it.
Thank you, Ms. Mary. We got Ms. Mary doing double duty today, so you'll see her in a few minutes doing some more things. I did want to mention, though, as far as the TRiO staff, we are fortunate. James Sprung is the only community college in North Carolina out of 58 community colleges that has all three of the original TRiO programs, that being Student Support Services, Upward Bound, and Talent Search. And so we're very proud to be able to say that. And so I think Houston County residents should be proud of that as well. At this time, I'm going to call upon Ms. Pamela Morgan. She's our Academic Skills Advisor, and many of you know her as a tutor lady. And she's going to recognize some of our tutors that we have.
I think I have worked with a lot of students that are in here, and for different services through our program, but a lot for the tutoring program. I know a lot of our students have benefited from the tutoring that they have received. In tutoring sessions, sometimes I may ask, or in the tutor training, what is a tutor? A tutor holds many hats. A teacher, listener, counselor, motivator, friend. They are, hold a lot of different hats for our students. To our tutors, your role as a tutor is very important to our participants, the Student Support Services and James Frank Community College. I want to thank you for your dedication, your hard work, and your service to our participants. And it's always good, we have graduation coming up pretty soon, it's always good to know, I know for ourselves as employees of James Frank, but also our tutors that which we hire, it's a good feeling when we see our students, the ones that we have worked with, to walk across that stage to know that you have helped them to reach their goal and be successful. At this time, I'd like to recognize our tutors, and I have just a few of those here today. So far this year for fall and spring semesters, so far we've hired 21 tutors. We've had 14 for fall semester and 16 so far for spring semester, and we have one more month to go, so we may be hiring a few more to help meet the needs of our students. So at this time, if you're working with us, if you can just come forward. Which is also going to be speaking today. She has tutored Spanish for us and one of our students. And just a little token of appreciation, one of our mouse pads has student support services on that for you. Justin Moore, he's tutored several classes, economics, math. A lot of our tutors can do several different classes. And I didn't get your did you tutor this year? Fall semester. Let me make sure I have. Let's see, you have tutored several classes for us too. Yeah, thank you.
Miss Toney Morris here.
Yeah. And Trevor, mainly let's see, he can do computers and math for us. A lot of these students, like I said, they can tutor just about anything, and the one coming up, Rebecca Mary, she's going to be leaving us after this semester.
She tutors everything on campus.
We don't want her to leave. We don't want any of our tutors to leave because we all need all of them for all different classes. But she can do computers, can do anatomy, math, yeah, a little bit of everything. But thank you to all of you, Donnie, Jessica, Justin, Trevor, Mary. Thank you to everyone for all that you've done to help our students. And for those of you that had these particular tutors, we have, like I say, there are some others on campus today, and they may join us a little bit later. Some are actually teaching a class right now or maybe in class. But if you all join me in thanking them for all the hard work.
We're always honored to hear this group. I think you started out about a year ago. Is that right? The James Frank Ensemble. Many of you have heard them, and we're fortunate. I look across there. I think one of them are Student Support Services members. So we're even really fortunate to have them in our program and also out representing the college in different forms and fashions. They had sang at the Systems Office Conference. And sang at various events across, not only across Duplin County, but across the state of North Carolina, and are gaining quite a reputation, a good reputation that is. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Toney Clowney and the James Frank Ensemble. ma'am. That was great, guys. Thank you so much. And we are very proud of our ensemble. We're very proud of Miss Clowney, and the fact that all of you guys are Student Support Services members as well. So participants. So we're very grateful for that. At this time, we're going to get ready to do our speakers, but I do want to make mention of one of our special guests that snuck in on me. Mr. Jimmy Tate is back there in the back. Let's give him a big round of applause. And at this time, I'm going to call upon Ms. Jennifer Neese, one of our SSS participants, and she is going to introduce our student speakers for today.
I guess our first speaker is Dwight Wilkins. He is an SSS participant.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Dwight Wilkins. I was born in Gillette, North Carolina. I went to school at Eastern High School, which I graduated in 1980. I enrolled in Jamesburg Community College in 1981. My grandmother passed away and I had to go to school and go back to work. I worked in the construction field, various other jobs. I've seen times changing, and so I realized I had to change with the times. So I enrolled in Jamesburg Community College again. And while here, I met some students and they informed me of the Student Support Services, and I'm glad they did. I met some wonderful people. The labs, the workshops, the culture trips. The other been on the culture trip is when you go on the culture trip, what's done on the culture trip stays on the culture trip. So, I enjoy the Student Support Service so gratefully. I thank them for their support, all their help. Miss Morgan, Miss Hill, Miss Lydia, Mr. Felton. Who else? Garrick. Mr. Jones out. I thank them so much for their support and their help. I also want to thank my other brothers, Scholarly Men Success, Mr. Tate and Mr. Anthony, and all of you. We have crossed paths, and I've said something to you. You have helped me in some way. I want to thank all of you also. I have met some wonderful people along the way. I have lost some wonderful people along the way. Mr. Nicholas Tichy. I realized then that I couldn't give up. I had to keep on keeping on and keep my trust in the Lord. And I thank again the Student Support Services for all that they've done, for their help, their support. I will be graduating in May in the computer information field with two associates and 3 certificates. I am also working on my bachelor's now at my college. I can't say enough about the Student Support Service. I want to thank also our president here, Dr. Rouse. I can't say enough. I just want to thank everyone this morning and thank you for being a part of my life.
I would now like to announce Justin Moore that he used to be an SSS participant, but he is a December 2012 graduate.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Justin Moore. I went to James Keenan, graduated from James Keenan back in 2006. I'm originally from Kenansville. Student Support Services is an excellent program that I recommend every student to be in. In this program, I received the help and care that I've never experienced in any college program I've ever been in. You have a team of professionals that really want to see you achieve your goals and succeed. I've had my experience of being at a university And I wish that that school did have that same program just like James Sprunger does. From the tutoring services to the excellent advice from each staff member, succeeding was never an issue, and I graduated in December 2012, now attending the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Although I am not a member anymore, the staff still treat me just like I never left. And I thank every one of them for their support, help, and for letting me know each and every day that to never give up, always ask for help, and that my goals and dreams are easily attainable as long as I stay determined, focused, and motivated. Thank you.
I would now like to announce Brian Mesa, who is an SSS participant.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Meza. I'm 22 years old, and I moved out here from Florida back in 2010 for family reasons. And I started school back in 2011 in the fall, and I'm going for the computer information field for both tracks. So hopefully and thankfully I should be graduating by next May. So good for that. I joined the student support services, and me and the fall semester I met Jamar and Carr, and I think both of us joined the same semester. And ever since then, we've had culture trips. All the staffs helped me and him, both of us, in tremendous ways, either to fill out FAFSA, or any advice you might need. They're really great at helping anyone out. I mean, it's tremendous what the work they'll do for you to help you out. Like I said, they'll help me out a lot since I've joined, and how can I say this? I'm really glad, I thank them that helped me out so much. So hopefully this 2 next semesters I'll be here, I'll still be in the program, and anybody that is new to James Sprunger or is coming in, or like he just graduated, they should join the program. It's pretty good for everyone. So, like I said, they're good. They give you good advice. They help you out in any problems. They have tutoring services. They have the lecture lab, so if anyone doesn't have a computer at home, you can do your work here. I mean, they'll help you out in any way. So, thank you.
I would like to introduce Judy Daniels, who is also an SSS participant.
Good morning, afternoon, everyone. But I'm very glad to have been asked to be a spokesperson on behalf of the student support program. I haven't had the opportunity to go around to each and everyone's desk and personally thank them, so now this has given me an opportunity to let everybody else know, as well as them themselves all at one time, to say how much I have been gratified in being able to be a part of the student support services. Now, when I first came to James Sprunger, it took really some motivation for me to get out here, at my age, and I'm looking at, okay, all these young women putting me in the fast lane, and I'm not ready to roll like that. So, but I put on my determination that I've had some lot of hardships, been wanting to go to school, and a lot of things that had happened that have kind of deterred me from getting where I wanted to reach in my goal in my life. And there were things that were, at that time, that was necessary. But then it took the loss of my mom to get me kind of more motivated, because that was one of the things she's always wanted me to do. But I put her first on my priority list and taking care of her. So when I got ready to have that opportunity, it was like, okay, now what's your excuse? And so But I had friends and family to promote me on, and then thank God I managed to get out here, and the instructors immediately tell you when you're in your class that, you know, if you see where you're gonna have problems in a certain class, they direct you where you need to go. We use student support services for assistance on helping you to achieve. So first thing I did was try them over there because I want to make sure I'm on that list to get what I need, not knowing that it would be everything I need. Because the first person I met was Ms. Pamela Morgan. So she was helping me with my getting tutors, and I said, well, she asked me, well, what did I need? And I told her, I said, well, you see all these subjects right here? I need one for everyone. So it didn't seem to be a problem with her, and she did her job, and she did it very well, and she found me a tutor, and she's been doing it ever since, thank God, and she's going to continue to because I need it. And the second person I met is, and I won't talk about Lydia, she's out there, she's the head lead that directs and tell you what direction you need to go, and she kind of wears the hat of everybody, really, because if you can't find who you're looking for, she's directed, or she direct you where you need to go, make sure you're there. You come into the workshop, and she's on task, and I admire all of them for being able to. She's always asking, have you read your email? Have you read your email? And because that's her contact to you. And everyone, I'm giving everyone that advice to try to stay abreast on your email, because that's our little communication. And most of the time, I used to think, well, I'm doing my homework late at night, and I'm thinking something I need to get with them on, and I said, well, I won't get a response to sometime tomorrow, so I put it in. By the time I can go walk in the next room and back, and they're right on top of it. So I said, well, they're very responsive to your email, so don't hesitate to put it out there and ask them, or if they're in the hallway, you don't have to pick or select which one that you think is in what capacity. Just ask any of them. I admire them for providing us with workshops. We have the learning style. We have help with our financial aid, and that's a priority. Miss Hill here, she may be in, let me see what exactly your title is, because I go to you for everything, so cancel. But anyway, I had her for my financial aid, and that was my money, so I'm saying, I got to. She asked me if I had done it, and I was like, I haven't had time. Well, you need to get in here. So she sat down, and we struggled with it because I hadn't really, done it before, until we got that straightened out. And so I thank you for that. I really do, because like, we got to get the bills paid. That's the first thing. My education is important, but I got to, make sure my bills are paid. So anyway, I want to thank each and every one of them for everything that they have had a part as far as me. Mr. Felton, he is, when I had some medical problems, but he gave me some advice that I take with me wherever I go, and I wish everyone else that may have had some type of medical problems or at the time of special need of some sort, but he gave me something to go by, is that when you have a handicap, don't let it handicap you, because if you're out there trying to get a job and want to get into the working field, you want to prove to everybody that you're not letting your handicap hold you back. And it puts you above the realm of the norm, to me, to be able to, be able to rise above your handicap. And he told me, and I was asking for some assistance, and reluctant to do it because I wanted to, to be able to do this on my own. And he said, now we don't want you to let your handicap be a disability to you to be able to do what you can do on your own, to be able to rise above the expectation of what, a normal person that they look at. When you get on a job, when you feel disabled, when you go and apply, you want to be able to let them people know that you can do the job just as well as the person you're sitting beside. And I thought about that and said, well, I don't want my disability to hinder me. I want it to be my strength to be able to, perform as normal. But I want her, they say 3 minutes, so I didn't want to take me in 3 minutes. But Garrett's back here. I love you. The main thing about me and Garrett's connection is I love to hear him laugh. He's got a extensive flag that you can hear down the hall, but as far as his technology skills and all, you know, he's on point. I was in class the other day with my tutor, and he had some problems with the computer, and we automatically called Gap in there, and he said, well, it's gonna work. You know, I'm like, okay, you got a connection that we don't know about. So he said, it's gonna be all right. I think it was Jessica in there with me. She told me she didn't hear you, but she did. When you walked out that day, and the computer was sitting there, and so Jessica said, I don't think it's gonna come up. I said, well, let's give it a minute. He said, what are you doing? He said, it's come up. So after a while, she said, it's up. I said, you want us to go tell him, or let's just let him think that, not let him know this. Right. But she said she's gonna be here in a minute about it. But anyway, I wanna thank, oh, no, let me get Mr. Constable. This is my, that's my ward. Just trying to believe in that you put yourself into your work to get out whatever it is that's best for you and your needs. And he is my mentor, he's my math advisor, and he's my instructor. And Mr. Conkey believes in that he feels that if you can't, I want you to learn something. I'm going to give you something to go out here with and push you for that. And now, if you don't get it, it's your own fault. But he definitely is a nurturer to trying to see to it that his students that he teaches as an instructor learn and get some information to be able to go move on with their career goals. So I just want to say thank you to all the student support staff for all that you have been and supported me in my endeavors and my goals. I give the students this year that's part of the student support. I thank them because we have had touch base with some of the ones that's in here, and I appreciate how they have treated me. You know, I'm not in that fast zone, but they give me the ultimate respect. You know, they make me feel like sometimes as a mom, then they make me feel like a student, then they motivate me as well as to say, yes, you can, Ms. Daniels, you can do it. You know, and I really appreciate them. Brian, I just don't even keep. I thank him because when it comes down to leadership, you know, I've been in leadership, but a lot of people don't talk, a lot of people that's in leadership, I notice they talk a lot of game, but they don't stand behind it. But this is good here it does, and Brian's been a leader. He has given them the skills to give us the skills, and we all work as a family, and we all get the job done.
Alright, now I'd like to announce Jessica Barraza. Yeah. She used to be an SSS participant, and she's also a December 2012 graduate.
My name is Jessica. I just graduated in 2012. I just want to thank Ms. Kamala and Mr. Coffey and all of the student support centers staff, because they've really helped me. And I want to encourage the students to tutor, because sometimes the way a teacher might explain it might not be the way that you understand it, and sometimes your explanation could make a difference. And that's what happened to me, because I've had many tutors, and they've made a difference in my grades. And I just want to thank everyone for that. So, thank you.
I would now like to announce Jamarlin Carr, who is also an SSS participant.
Hi, my name is Jamarlin Carr, but everybody calls me Jay. I joined Student Support Services in 2011 with my friend Brian, and I gotta say, for all students current, returning, or new, it's something you should join because it was very helpful. The people in charge are the nicest, most hardworking people you'll ever meet. I remember one time I was doing a math class and I had a test and I needed a TRiO for a calculator, and Mr. Brian Miss Pam, Miss Lydia, and Miss Hill, not only did they find me the calculator, but they got me new batteries for it, so. I've never met people that dedicated to seeing students succeed like they are, so if you're here, you should join it. It's a very great thing to be in. There's not enough I can say about it, but, you know, just join it. And I'm glad I'm in it. And I'll be graduating next year in computer information technology if you want to know.
Let's give our panel up here a big round. Mr. Dwight had to leave a little bit early. I think he had scholarly men of success, so he had to go, or with Mr. Tate somewhere. So he's gone off with him. But I do want to thank everybody for taking time out to come and speak for us. And these are just some of the success stories. I mean, you know, we're barely scratching the surface with it. I see Ms. Argy back there shaking her head, you know, shaking her head, yes, right? We'll get her up here one of these days. But anyway, at this time, if it's all right, I'd like to ask for Dr. Rouse. We're honored to have Dr. Rouse and Vice President Robert Turner here with us today. And if Dr. Rouse would like to say a few words. Okay.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Just want to say to each and every one of our panelists, thank you for being a part of the Student Support Services program. I became first familiar with this program as a brand new Dean of Student Services at Johnston Community College, and our then President Don Reichert says, we've got a grant here and we want you to make this into a program. And of course, I had no experience with student support services, but I knew it was a good thing. We decided that we would make it happen. At that point, we did hire our former VP of Student Services, Toney, to become the first Director of Student Support Services Program at Johnston. And we're glad to see our colleagues here today from Johnston, because we have what we call a relationship with Johnston that is just a close bond. Because one of the first places we sent Toney Bond to was to James Front to learn about student support services. So it's really amazing that the circle has been closed here. But I do want to thank all of our students for being our students. And I just will say to you, keep up the good work. I know several of you and have had personal contacts with you, and know that you have done a great job with our students. And that's why we're here. We're not here because of the president or the coordinator. We're here because of students. We want to make sure that you are successful and that you get to the careers that you deserve to be. And I know that all of you will. But again, I thank each and every one of you, and I do want to thank the staff, because this is phenomenal staff that, as all of you have said, they really work closely with the students to make sure that these students are successful and that they do the things that they need to do in order to be successful. So again, thanks to the staff, and thanks to our visiting partners. Thank you for being here as well. And thank you to all the students in the audience too.
Thank you, Dr. Rouse. We greatly appreciate that. At this time, we'll do a little bit of door prizes. We've been really honored to, I've got Mr. Cocky out there on the road. Oh, we got Ms. Davis who just walked in here. Ms. Davis want to say a few words from Student Services?
I'm here for tickets.
You're here for tickets? All right. All right. Well, we got several of our students here that are going to help us with door prizes. This is Ms. Brittany Sutton and Pierre Carr and Miss R.G. Tyler back there would help us with that. But we were real fortunate. We got Mr. Cocky to go out, and he begged all those. You know, he got so many connections out here. I don't know how in the world he has so many connections in the world. But he contacted AutoZone, and they've given some car wash material there. So I'm sure that's one of our door prizes. We also want to thank the James Front Cafeteria, the bookstore, and the James Front Foundation for giving the door prizes. What's the first number we got?
You don't worry, get tickets. You don't, let us know. You don't? Okay. This man, we didn't call it. It's so much fun.
What's the first name?
432834.
Wait. No, did she say?
Is that the right number?
Oh, he don't know.
It's
841. Last three numbers, 841.
Okay.
Hey, it's it.
Last three numbers, 865. Last three numbers, 844. 844.
844.
Last three numbers, 810. 810.
810.
Thank you, but I take it.
Is it you take it?
Last three numbers, 828. 827. 861. 861.
Good idea, last one.
I can't turn.
Thank you. It's the whole thing? Hold up. What did she say? It's the whole thing? Oh, right.
857. Eight three zero. Eight three two. 832.
832.
That's you, oh.
Sleeping?
Eight two nine. Eight two three. 823. 813. 866. Woo!
817.
817. 835. 853.
That's it? At 3.
859.
859.
838.
One more. Yeah. One more.
All right, last call. 867. 867.
Yeah, it's smartphone, so that's why I need to clean his smartphone.
All right, let's give him a big round of applause. We are getting close now to what everybody wants to do, and that's eat, I'm sure. But I do want to make a few comments. First of all, I want to thank another tutor that came in, and Miss Pamela Morgan's going to recognize her, but Miss Wendy Wells just walked in, and she is one of our psychology tutors, and Miss Morgan's going to recognize her.
And she wanted one of the cleaning stuff to clean our car.
But as we wrap things up, I do want just to announce a few things about the Student Support Services Program, some of our accomplishments over the past year. We recently submitted our annual performance report, and I thank Johnson for being here because I know it's a busy time of the year trying to get that submitted. But whenever we submit it, it gives us an opportunity to reflect back and to see what types of goals that we met and what types of numbers that we had. As I told you before, SSS started in J Spring in 1990, and we're in the third year of our 5-year grant cycle. Last year, 109 SSS students received tutoring. And every one of them went through Ms. Morgan. So, let's give her a big round of applause for that. And that's just SSS participants, not counting those that go through the state funds as well. Last year we had 90% of our 2011-12 participants either graduated or returned in the fall of 2012. So 90% were retained, either graduated or came back. I think that's a great accomplishment. And 97% of our participants are in good academic standing. That means 2.0. Last year we had 149 of our students, 71%, completed their FAFSAs. How many here have completed their FAFSA so far? All right, that's good. That's good. Let's keep those hands up. Those of you who don't have your hands up, we want to see you afterwards so we can help you finish up and complete these FAFSAs. We want to have a 100% rate this upcoming year to complete our FAFSA. And as I said earlier, we got our mid-semester conferences going on right now. We encourage you to come to those as well. And we encourage everybody to consider graduating and transferring. That is our goal, is to help you go on to a 4-year college after you graduate. And we're here to help you with that. And see us if you've ever thought about it and never taken any step further than that. See us afterwards, and we'll be glad to help you with that. Before we say our blessing, I do want to thank Dr. Rouse. He helped provide us with the money for the food today. His office helped provide that for us, and we are very grateful for that. With our funds, we are a federally funded program, and one thing we're not allowed to provide for is food. And if we were, we'd have a lot more of lunch gatherings if we could provide food for you, but we're not legally allowed to out of our grant. And Dr. Rouse stepped in and helped us with that. And we do want to tell you thank you for that, for his office. And at this time, let's go to God for a word of prayer to bless us. Dear Heavenly Father, we're incredibly grateful for this opportunity to come together and to celebrate the accomplishments of the Student Support Services Program. We're grateful, Lord, for the participants that are in our program, Father. For without them, we would not have a program. And they indeed help us on a daily basis. They enlighten the staff. They encourage the staff to come another day. And we are so grateful, Father, for them. Lord, we ask that you bless each one of them as they go out into their current fields here at James Front, and wherever their chosen career field goes from there. We want them to know that they're always on our minds, on our hearts, and that they can always return back to us and ask us questions and support for us. Father, as we partake of this meal that we're about to receive, we ask that the food go to the nourishment of our bodies. We ask that you bless the hands who prepared it. And we thank you, Father, for it. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
At this time, we have a catered meal right outside here in the next door. If I guess it might be best to go around in the hallway and come in and then come back here and sit down and just enjoy yourselves as long as you can through your next class. Thank you very much.
Did you cut it out first?
No, he got all the hands.